Hey everybody! Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're returning. My name is Hannah. This is a channel about cross stitch. If that's not what you're here for, don't know what to tell you. That's what this is. So this month I've got quite a few projects to show. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 projects. That's a lot for me. It's been a little bit hectic. I have my tea. Yeah, we just got home. We went hiking this morning. The dog and I. He's over here. You can't see him. He's out of the frame. But, yeah. He might make some noise in the background because he's in a very excited mood this morning. So he keeps on playing with his squeaky toys. And I'm really hoping that I can cut that out if he does start playing with his squeaky toys. I think he did last time and I had to cut it out. He's now currently chewing on a yak chew, so you might hear that in the background. Either way. Okay, so I also have some Stitchy Kindness to show and some haul. Very, very, very small haul. It's just my fabric of the month. Okay, so let's get started, I think. Let's start with this one. This is in my gnome bag. I think I've done work on this since the last time you saw it. I'm pretty sure. Some things I just leave in the, like, to show bag because I assume I'm going to work on it. And I assume that I worked on this at least a little bit. Let me find the picture of what it's going to look like. So this is my 324 by WorksbyABC, Arlene. And I am really behind on this at the moment because, well, you'll see all of the other things that I'm working on. So hopefully here soon, if not today, I might pull this out and just put stitches into it to catch up. Because I believe I'm very far behind on this. At least 2 weeks, I think, behind. So here is where I am. Ignore this. It will not show up in the framing. I don't know. I got something on it, but it's so far away from the piece that it doesn't bother me. It's okay. But yeah, that's where I'm at the moment. I should probably be like done with this diagonal or, you know, pretty close to being done. So we're probably going to pull this out today and try to get, oh, and happy Halloween, by the way. Today is literally Halloween if you celebrate Halloween. If you do not, happy Thursday. But yeah. So we have hit, as I think I said before, we've hit obviously the corner here, and then this is the bottom. So we are now over 50% done. Just over 50%, but over 50%. So now we're just working on all of the greens and the blue. No, we just did the blues. The greens and the yellows and, you know, all that. I know some people are working this way because their favorite colors are like the pinks and stuff. Well, as we all know, my favorite colors are like the greens and the yellows, so I'm glad I decided to go this way. But yeah, that's where we're at. So far, I don't know how many days. I know this should be done within 324 days, because I was doing like a color a day. I'm doing a color a day, but like doing them in a larger amount rather than just pulling out one color each day, because that makes me crazy. I can't do that. I gotta feel like I put a little bit more into it every day that I stitch on it. So yeah, and the bag is obviously Black Cat X Stitchery because I have a little bit of a, and then like the inside is just a like green gam. It's really cute. Okay, I'll show you my next piece, which is in another Black Cat X-Stitchery bag. I think both of these bags I got at the Grace Notes retreat last year, not this year. So, on the inside is this really pretty music. Okay, and obviously in here is my Majestic Lace. I don't have the cover photo over here because I just don't, but I don't know if I really need it. Absolutely, because I'm like 70, I'm over 70% of the way done. So here is what it looks like at the moment. I hope that it looks okay to you guys. But yeah. I'm getting really far. So obviously, I think the last time you saw this, I had started working on this internal like single stitch border. This one. And then after that, I stitched other things, and then I came back to this, and I'm working on now the internal, very full white part. As you can see, I am over halfway done with that part. Just have this left to go, and yeah, I'm very pleased. The fabric is, oh, I forgot to say, the fabric on the 324 is just a plain old white 28 count lugana. I'm doing that 1/1. This one I'm doing on 28 linen by Grace Notes Fabrics. It is a mystery fabric, so it's a one of a kind. Can't ever get it again, which, sorry. But yeah, so fun. I'm really loving this piece. It is so pretty, and it's very easy because it's one color. I'm doing it in 2 strands of B5200, regular old cotton B5200. It's called for in white floche, but I didn't have that at the time, so I was like, I really want to start it, but I don't have floche, so I'm just going to do it in B5200, because I like B5200 more than I like white, and I think it's working out really well. And I'm doing it 2/2, except for the lace bits. I did it 1/2. So there's that. This will come back out. It's been kind of coming out sporadically while I'm working on my full coverage if I'm going somewhere, like if I go to stitching groups or whatever. I don't bring my full coverage all the time for the most part, so I've been working on that at my groups. I've got a itch on my foot. So hold on 1 second. Okay. I'll show you next. I guess I'll show you my wedding piece, which is in this bag that my friend made me with a sweatshirt that I had that didn't fit either my husband or I. So she cut out that bit and this bit, and then she just made this bag. Thank you, Megan. Okay. And then I will show like what this is gonna look like picture, even though I really probably don't have to since it's a lot done, like you can tell. If you have seen this before, you know it looks like what it's going to look like, minus my dress, basically. And my husband's legs. But here, oh, my dog has literally moved. Hold on, wait. See if I can get him in here. Right there. I'm standing here, and he's like behind me, and I don't even know, so I back up into his blanket. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, hopefully I don't step on him. But I gotta like back up, sir, to get this whole thing in the frame. Okay, there it is. So we're at, I think 47%. So I know I always show this part, but that's like the best part, right? Oh, look, we've got threads all in my husband's face. And then this is the end of the diagonal that I was working on, because I just started a new one. And, yeah. So my dress is coming in, I mean the bottom part. I'm basically done with the bouquet. The only thing that's left, you would have seen from the picture, the only thing that's left is, like, the dangly bits. The dangly bits? The bottom of, like, the waterfall. So, more leaves. It's a lot of confetti, but worth it. But this is easy. This part's easy when I get up here to do this part. The background's really easy. And then my husband's suit is really easy. My dress is really easy. The suit's really easy. It's this that's more difficult. Or not more difficult. It's just got more confetti in it. The boutonniere. And then my bouquet. His sleeve was kind of confetti to make it look like wrinkled like that. And I'm hoping that when we get down to my dress that they're not really pleats, they're like wrinkles, but like the pleating in the dress will show up, kind of like how well this looks. Like, it looks like a wrinkled suit jacket. Doesn't it? I mean, it does. I mean, even my hair looks like hair. Like, and his hair looks like hair. It's, yeah. I'm very pleased. I can't believe how far down I am. It's wild to me that we still have so much left to do to get to the bottom. But I'm so glad that I've gotten so much done up here. And the fact that I'm not even at 50% yet is just... I'm hoping that maybe by the end of the year I'll be able to get to 50%. I'm not sure that's going to happen because we only have 2 months left. But I can try. I have 2 weeks off in November. And then I have like basically 2 weeks off in December for Christmas. And November I'm just taking off because I have time, and I'm going on our small little Grace Notes, like little Grace Notes group, retreat, and I'm taking off 2 weeks for that, even though it's only a 3-day thing. Well, it's kind of like a 3.5. Thursday afternoon, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday. So I guess it is 3 days. Sunday, like, morning. Okay. Next is another project that I have in another Black Cat X-Stitchery bag. And this one has got this really fun inside. It's like trees. Let's just take this out. It's like trees, spooky. I love it. And it works for this project because this is my Hocus Pocus piece. This is artwork by Daniel Kordek. Daniel? Is it Daniel? Do I have my phone over here? Yes, I do. It's in my pocket. I think his name is Daniel, right? I've been really good at keeping up with my Instagram, so let's just double check that this is who it is. Yeah, and the chart is by Tilton Crafts. And since the last time you saw it, I think the last time I had just started it or hadn't even started it, I don't remember. But this is where I'm at. So, just a lot of black, mostly. But we did get into some of the white here to do, like, because this is where, like, the sisters are standing inside of the, like, doorway situation. But this is technically one page, or the equivalent of one page. So that was my stopping point. That was my goal. And I did it. So, yeah. The fabric, as many of you know, I am just trying to use up some of my fabrics that I have, and so I am doing full coverage. I know some of you are going to cringe. I'm doing full coverage on my hand-dyed, but I have so much of it that I'm just like, I gotta start using it. And rather than buying more lugana, just white lugana, I have this already. So, and it's called Mystique. It's just a 28 count lugana. Because I do all my full coverages on 28 count lugana, or that's my preferred. I used to do them on 25, and then I realized I like 28 better, because the coverage is just, I mean, you can't see through that black at all. Like, there is no show through. It is black. So, and that's DMC. And I know some people have issues with DMC, but I found on 28 count, at least with my, what is it called? My tension. It doesn't show. Okay. So that's Hocus Pocus. And then I had 2 new starts. Because Dawn Marie got me to start something with her on the 21st. And I'll show you what bag it's in. And you're gonna laugh because you're like, I just saw this bag. Well, you kind of did. Because it's the same fabric. So it's just a really big version of this bag, minus the vinyl. So Dawn Marie sent me some things in the mail because we started some sales together. And this was one of the bags. And you might have already seen this bag because she has the same exact one, so she made this one. I love this top, like, sparkly part. Oh, look at that. Like, you can really see it sparkling. And then on the inside is this amazing fabric that I'm like, oh, like, could you have used this on the outside? It's so pretty. It's just like a whole bunch of like it looks almost like smoke, but it's got like skulls. It's so good. It's just so good. I love it. And then on the inside, she also sent me this little project. What is this called? Little bag thing that you put in your like trinkets. And it's got the same fabric on the inside of that. So she, the project that's living in here, my new start, is called Cute Halloween Witch. The artwork is by Fantasy Digitals. I think called Fantasy Digitals. Yeah. All this information will be down below, but, you know. Anyway, I just got to my stopping point yesterday, you know, with sporadic other things being stitched, but I just got to one page completed yesterday. So you would have seen what's going to look like. And here is what I've done. And this is one page. So it's really cute. I love. At first I was like, oh, I don't know about the wing, da-da-da-da. And then I got to the little face and I was like, what is that white thing? Like, what is happening? And then I realized it was the bats. Like, I like their head. Or its head, I guess. So, yeah. Really cute. This is also on 28 count hand-dyed Lugana by Grace Notes Fabrics, and it's called Under the Sea. And I'm trying to stick with fabrics that kind of, they're not like completely opposite what the piece is. Like, the color of this isn't so drastically different than the colors within the piece. It's not going to be this big. I just don't cut my fabric because I'm a weirdo. So I work on really big fabrics until I like get to a point where I feel like I can cut and, you know. I used to cut my fabrics, especially when I wanted to do multiple projects on one big giant piece, but I just don't anymore because I have so much fabric, so I don't need to cut. Okay, and then the last piece, I can't believe I've done this all in like 20 minutes already. Crazy. This bag though is so big. I don't kit up per project, so the only thing I put in here is the fabric. So it's just like this giant bag for a piece of fabric. It's pretty funny. But that's gonna go away for a little while now, because I'm now going to be pulling out this project, which is in this bag. I love this bag. It's by Shiba Designs. And this is the inside. So cute. And this project is called Whimsical Pitbull by Tilton Crafts, and the artist is somebody. The artist is let me look. The artist is Amazing Grace Media. So you'll see what it looks like, or what it's going to look like. And I started this on Monday this week. Because I was debating whether to start this month or in December. This month was, the reason I started it this month was because on Monday, the 28th, it was the 1-year anniversary of Jack's passing. And so I decided I wanted to do this piece as kind of a memorial piece, because Jack's was the first pit bull that I ever, well, bully breed, mix, whatever he was, that I've ever owned. Before that, I had owned other my parents really had owned other dog, breeds, but he was the first one, and he really got me hooked on the bullies. So, hence this guy that is snoring underneath of me. But the reason I thought about starting in December was because we got him, Beethoven, in December this past year. So I was like, well, I could start it in October or I could start in December, and I decided I really wanted to do it in October because I had more, it felt more like a purpose to start it. You know what I mean? I had more reason to start it in October. So I started on Monday on Jax's passing anniversary. His 1-year date. Anyway, so this is all I got done so far. It is mostly black. You'll see a few little spots of light blue, a little bit of purple there, but it's mostly black. I stitch on a lot of projects that are just mostly black. This project is mostly black. It's got mostly black stitches, but I love it. I really, really love this project. So this is the next one that I'm going to be pulling out to get to a page, and then I'll get back to my rotation. I just got off course a little bit because I wanted to start these things on the dates that I wanted to start them. And because I'm the way I am, once I start them, I have to get to the goal point before I put them away. Yeah. So that is that. Really fun to look at, I know. It's a lot of really exciting stitching. And this is Maestoso by Grace Notes Fabrics. It's 28 count lugana. It is a nice dark kind of fabric. It's so pretty, but you know, it works for this. And the nice thing is this is pretty small. I think it's like 300 by 300 or like 350 by 350. It's pretty, okay, it's not small. That's not small, but that is much smaller than like my wedding piece or anything like that. So this whole piece of fabric won't be used. So I will be able to use some of it probably for something else. But yeah, so that's that. That will come out. Whether I just work on this today or if I pull out my 324, I don't know yet what I'm gonna do. So, okay, and then the other piece of stitching kindness that I got is from Dawn Marie, and it is another project bag, another one of these giant project bags. And you'll see, again, you'll have seen this on her channel if you watch her channel, DM's Crafty Vortex. But she made this one for me because we are stitching an Enchanted Place. There's a bunch of us, there's like a group of us, and she made me a project bag for it. So, love it. It's also got a small version of this inside that looks exactly the same, it's just small. And the fabric on the inside is the same as the top fabric. So, super, super, super nice. And then at the same time, I knew the next things were coming because she told me. She and I were messaging, and she was like, hold on. And she was like, hey, do you stitch on gridded fabric? And I was like, I mean, I can. I don't usually, because I don't need the grid. But I don't, like, I wouldn't not stitch on it. If that was the only thing I had, I would stitch on it because it doesn't bother me. Like, I just don't need the grid, basically. So she was like, okay, well, I have a bunch of 28 count, like, pre-gridded fabric that I'm not going to use because I don't like 28 count. I prefer 25 count. And I was like, oh, well, I prefer 28 count. So, and I was like, if you're already going to give it away, like, I'll take it because why not? So she gave me a couple pieces of gridded fabric. I probably could have used this for Whimsical Pitbull because I think it's probably big enough. Oh, well. But this is a smaller piece. And then the other piece that I got, I was not expecting to be as large as it is, but it's like huge. Look at it. It's huge. It's humongous. So I'm going to be able to fit something nice and large on here, if not more than one piece. It's really, really big. I just need to serge the edges. So that will happen at some point here soon so that I can work on it. Or put something on it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, so she sent me those pieces of fabric. And now I've got more fabric because you can't ever have too much. Speaking of fabric, I got my fabric of the month from Grace Notes, and I'm super excited about these ones. I also, in the package, got another pattern that I never bought, but they don't do Halloween, so, and I do, and so she knows that, and so she sends me random things if she's not gonna do it, she just sends them to me, and I appreciate that so much because this is really cute. It's called Transylvanian Night, and it's by Fairy Wool in the Wood, and I've never heard of them before, but this is the cutest. Look at it. Look at that. Isn't that just the cutest thing? Look at them! That is so cute. And I think it's on their own, like, fabric. The Fairy Wool in the Wood fabric. I opened it the other day, and I think it's on their own fabric, but obviously, like, I have plenty of things that are this-ish color. So if I wanted to do it on that color, I can. Speaking of, kind of got that color a little bit in the mail. So I'm in the Color and the Neutral Fabric of the Month Club. And that's interesting. And, very interesting. I don't know if that's meant to happen, but it doesn't matter. I guess it is. That's pretty cool. I haven't opened these yet. I mean, I've opened the package, but I haven't like actually opened the fabric, so I just saw what was on the top. But anyway, I get the neutral in 28 count, no, 32 count linen, and then I get the color in 28 count lugana. And the neutral was called Brown Sugar Boba, and this is really pretty. This is really cool too. I'm not sure it's going to show up correctly on the screen. No, of course not. Okay, kind of, but like in some parts it's really like dirty kind of brown, like brown sugar, and then in other parts it's kind of like a grayish blue, especially on this side. Like this whole part down here is like bluish grayish, and then the top part / the other side is more brown. That's really cool. I really like this one. This is a really cool piece of fabric. Just like you could get so much, you could do so much with this because it's got such a personality. It's got such a personality. Kind of like me. Wow, did I just cackle there or what? Happy Halloween, people. And then the color. Oh, this has me. This has me. And I know they don't die for Halloween. But come on. This is Halloween. This they did this on purpose. It's electrifying. I'm just saying. Look at this. It is not coming up as green on the camera as it is in real life. Like, it looks green on the camera, but it is green in person. Like green. Like a lime. Like a green. All I can think when I look at this fabric, well, it looks Halloween, but then the name makes me think of Grease. Because all I can think is, it's electrifying! I just keep on singing that song in my head when I look at the name of this fabric. But oh my gosh, I love this. This is awesome. This is a good piece of fabric. I mean, Brown Sugar Boba is really pretty, but this is like, I'd say this is not pretty in the same way that Brown Sugar Boba is pretty. This is just a cool piece of fabric. Like this, just the color is just so cool. Like, you know what I mean? Anyway, I don't need to put it back in the bag because I've already shown it. So I'm not going to put it back in the bag because then I will forget that I showed it. And I will show it again. I have done that before. Okay. I think that's mostly everything. The only other thing that I have is over there, this thing. And I'm not bringing it over here because it is too heavy. And I also don't want to take this over there. So, also, please don't mind my husband's books. We don't have room in the bookshelves for these books, so they just live there. The bookshelves are over there, and they are full, like full. And so we just have to find other places, like stack books in different places. And that's really the main place that he stacks books, I think. And then the spare room. Occasionally we'll have some stacked books in there. But anyway, so that thing is my new floss storage system. So I think I showed you. I got the Pip and Chip bobbins for I got them for myself. And then for my anniversary present, I asked my husband to get me this Bisley drawer system. And I have the inserts, the foam inserts, and so all of my flosses are in there. If you want to see that, and all of the, I have now fully put all of the skein, like it's full, it's like complete. The video I have on Instagram is just after I had finished putting the bobbins in there and I hadn't put the flosses on them yet. But if you want to see what it looks like on the inside, you can go over to my Instagram. I have a video. It's one of the most recent videos, so just take a look at that. But yeah, super, super, super excited about that. And I guess I can show you, not that like, oh, it's so messy over there, but that's my stitching chair. I've got my Lowry right here with my tablet and my little magnetic board here. My lamp is there. The hoop's not usually on the chair, but I just took it off of the project. So, and then I just have like a sweatshirt draped over the back with my tablet like case right there. And then over farther, which you can't see and I can't show you anymore because the wall's right there, but that is my cutting mat for when I cut my fabric. And then here is my cube system where I have all of my like fabrics and my projects and everything. So this window is basically not usable because everything is covering it, but that's okay. We have this window, that window, that window, another window over there, another window over, or doors over there, like, yeah, there's enough going on in this room. But this is why I like this room, because I got a lot of natural light. But I still do have my lamp over there, just in case. So anyway, that was just a little bit of random talk, but, you know, I know some people like to see how things are set up, and that's how I have mine set up. So I think that's everything. Yeah. So I will be back next month. I will have worked on at least my wedding piece, my 324, and my lace pattern. I will be working on my Pitbull, my Whimsical Pitbull, and then I'll probably do another wheel spin, so I may have up to 5 projects next video, if not more, but I will have probably at least 5 projects to show. So that'll be fun. Yay. Okay, anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye!